Hey guys, welcome to episode number 37 this week of Final Fantasy Tactics Ivalice Chronicles, guys, with your king and your luckiest man. There was going to be a live stream yesterday, but here's the thing, guys, I was pretty much exactly tired. You know, I was actually working at my secondary job this week, and I felt like I was going to be up for it, after working so many times this week, coming out of Chief and then the other one, was pretty much WoW, or pretty much not exactly a dream team. But today, guys, it is July 10th, 2026. It's hard to believe already. Still at the first half of, we're pretty much exactly at the first half here today of July. After us celebrating our 250th anniversary of, guys, we talk about our biggest American holiday, Well, that's officially exactly where we're at, for the most part. And also anything else is more including.
I was born
not exactly feeling, bad or anything, but it has been 250 years now, just to have enough to relate. And also have enough in possession.
My turn, is it?
Ever ready.
But yeah, guys, we will have new episodes back here on Thursday, as planned. But don't worry, fellas. We don't want to get ourselves self-dragged or pretty much cause any distraction, so we're good.
At the ready.
But yeah, guys, this is your king and your luckiest man. Just to keep everything else comprehended and, have enough to be open and honest. It's just been so many days, guys, since, just to have everything in possession, also under control, too, It's been quite some time. But yesterday was going to be the plan, but I was just pretty much too damn tired, just to have something to walk dry, to be open and honest with you. How you guys been doing today? Your king here's the thing, guys. Your king and your luckiest man has been wondering a little bit. See how much you guys have been, going through today. And also keeping everything aligned. And also anything that's, not out of the question. So, there's a lot to tell, guys, but I will get to the first thing in hand. You guys have heard of a singer called Bonnie Taylor. Well, apparently, guys, Bonnie Taylor, she was best known for singing Total Eclipse of the Heart, and, here's the thing, guys, other classic songs as well. The first thing we heard about Bonnie Taylor is, she was best known for having some big songs, having some big hits recently on some of her albums. No, I'm not 100% sure, guys, if Bonnie Taylor actually had 2 albums, maybe like 3 albums. But apparently, one of her biggest songs was, one of her good hits of all time was, I repeat, fellas, it was exactly Total Eclipse of the Heart. And then the other one, that's to name a few, is Holding Out for a Hero. But let me tell you something, guys. We've heard of Bonnie Taylor, and I think she made like 2 albums, or, I'm not 100% sure, but if you guys have heard, we did lose Bonnie Taylor yesterday, so apparently she passed away at the age of 75, so 75 was exactly the current age off the bat, and yes, guys, she had a good age as far as I know. It's just, if you guys have heard of Bonnie Taylor, I would assume you guys thought she was actually good, pretty much great, in my opinion. Everybody knows who Bonnie Taylor is. But may she rest in peace, and may God have mercy on her soul. 75 is a good age, too. I actually did tackle my jobs this week. Worked like, you talk about wanting to get back a time sheet, and also get back to doing landscaping and whatnot. I firstly did go back to landscaping with WoW earlier this week, which was exactly this past Tuesday. Okay, and it was actually good. I worked like 3 hours earlier this week. You know, we cannot separate the men from the boys, guys, by working at Thief, WoW, and get enough money to pursue. So, it doesn't have enough to handle and not exactly feel, alarming and whatnot. So, well, I know, guys, every week is a long week. Always has and always will be. There hasn't been anything else as far as what's been in the books, what's been in the... Hold on, guys, I'm trying to see what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Once a while the YouTube app was drawn and from the landscape or something. Not anything any other today, but as far as I know, there's not much. Here's the thing, guys. There's not much else you can say about Bonnie Taylor. A lot of things off the bat. A lot of memories, really good songs. Let's name a few. Speaking of good songs, guys, I did receive word that what's his face? Patrick Stewart's not fully retiring anytime soon. So if we look at the other Hollywood actors, just to name a few, we talked about Harrison Ford. Just to name a few. And now Patrick Stewart, guys. Now here's the thing, guys. There hasn't been any other rumors or any thoughts about, what do you call it, guys? About Don Williams retiring from composing with music. You talk about doing Dr. Jones. That's why, guys, Indiana Jones, for example. You talk about doing Star Wars and whatnot. As far as I know, there hasn't been any, results on that. And pretty much talked about, or any updates on that either. So, I will add, if it's your time to really retire, you gotta know what you want to do for the rest of your life, too. So, all the rest to it. So, if Don Williams wants to retire, too, you can't blame the man, You cannot blame the actor or the composer. I do know Don Williams is not... Here's the thing, guys. I do know Don Williams did not star in the movie, as far as I know. But the only one out of Lucasfilm that has done that is George Lucas. So, as you guys can see, two of my characters have already died, so... I was gonna do a new episode last week. Not last week, guys, yesterday. But I was just too exhausted. That's to name a few. But I'm normally back now, guys. I really am. I did get my request a bit earlier this morning, but I'm really in really good high hopes right now, so... Here's the thing, guys. You can't separate the men from the boys. Or man among men, or whatever. I did spend time with Two Love and Barrel for 17 years last night. Just to make up for it. But it was good for a couple hours.
Right.
But the fact is, guys, I've just been waiting to get back into streaming a little bit more. Trying to get back to reality, just trying to get back to what we're doing and,
Right.
Not to bury the headsets, not exactly feel guilty, feeling uncomfortable. Well, before we get ahead today, guys, I do want to thank you guys for joining me this morning. For our biggest, strongest, phenomenal, exciting, wonderful, heating, launch pad, guys, of our biggest, strongest, phenomenal, exciting, wonderful power of our community today.
I must concentrate.
I am always surrounded by the KB team. I already said this live stream, guys. We talked about the live chat out of my 4 priorities, which is, you guys remember what my 4 priorities are for a majority of the time today, and that is you guys in the chat. Excuse me, you guys in the chat, for example, and not to mention, fellas, is
I won't lose.
which is, I repeat, guys, you guys in the chat out of my 4 priorities. Wow and Steve, my Two Love and I for 9. Also, me and Belle for 17. This has always been my girl out of One of my foreign priorities
It'll take more
for
than
majority
that.
of the time, or a good amount of time today, and also RPGs and baseball. It stands for, guys, role-playing games like Final Fantasy, and protecting our sport, guys, is I'm having a lot of fun with any sports games. Like, the only one I can contribute, fellas, I repeat,
I'm ready.
is RPGs and baseball together. Yeah, I do want to thank you guys for joining me this morning. You know, I've been waiting to get back. Been trying to get back to live streaming a lot more. Yeah, guys, we have our social media, our YouTube accounts, Facebook and Twitter X accounts to wake up on. And having you smell the coffee, smell the tea, smell the energy. Whatever we can really, you know, put to the test, and also have our eyes go a little bit high. We're having big eyes to look ahead. That's all we can do. But yeah, we have our social media, guys, with all three of them. Including YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter X, guys. And of course, our podcast services all around the globe, like Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and so much more. I mean, come to think of it, guys, I mean, there's been a lot that's been going on. Well, it hasn't been that much that's going on today, but as of today, guys, I did do 2 to 7 yesterday. It's not going to be able to have our lives be revolting, or you're talking about not feeling a lot of same. We're gonna do so most of today, guys, since it was not a live stream yesterday, we're gonna be doing mostly grinding this morning. We're gonna be doing all the grinding. I repeat, guys, we're gonna be doing all grinding today. I might tackle Fort Basilette next week, just to let you guys know in the chat today. Out of my 400, out of you guys, out of my 646 mods today, so that should not be out of the question. Or it's not going to be, you know, lackluster. So, as far as I know, Patrick Stewart was going to be retiring, but the good fortunate news is he's got no plans to retire right now. Here's the thing, guys. At least he's not like an Ian McKellen or whatever. So all I do know, guys, is I repeat, fellas, trying to find the words today, guys. Hold on. So if Patrick Stewart's not retiring anytime soon, are we considering, does he want to do one final Star Trek movie involving Jean-Luc Picard? I mean, that hasn't been a question. Let me tell you something, guys. If there's a possibility, if he ever wants to go back as Captain Jean-Luc Picard in Star Trek, it could be something he might consider, but I'm not going to really say if that's going to be the plan going forward for him. You know, the man is 85 years old this year. He's best known for doing something with Star Trek The Next Generation as Captain, and then you have, I mean, who remembers him keeping up with William Shatner, you know, in that Star Trek movie? Which is, I mean, you guys remember that one Star Trek movie. That's the name of it, but, I mean, we've always thought that, you know, both Patrick Stewart and William Shatner pretty much, I mean, they partnered up pretty well recently. I mean, doing that one Star Trek movie. When they were trying to stop Soren from doing what he was doing, you know. At least, I mean, the only one that played a Soren, guys, in that Star Trek movie, as far as I know, was Malcolm McDowell. Which I've always thought he was a good actor, but he's like in his early 70s now. I mean, I've always thought he is, but he's a good actor. If we look at each of them. So if he does, I mean, I would like to see him come back as Jean-Luc Picard, but, you know, and do one last run. But 9 times out of 10, I would assume if he does do a Picard movie, I would assume he retires after that.
Show him.
No, we don't know if. Here's the thing, guys. I'm not 100% sure if Patrick Stewart's going to be doing Avengers Secret Wars next year. I mean, if he wants to do something like that for next year, it would probably be way after.
Come on.
I would fellas, way after Avengers Doomsday at the end of this year. That way there's enough to develop inside of it, and also what the story lies behind it too. Here's the thing, I mean, I'm not saying if there's a possibility that he does. He wants to do that. But, I mean, he's evolved to anything he wants to do. I mean, he's in his mid-80s right now. I mean, he's a really good actor. I mean, there's not much more you can say, guys. All I'm saying is, if he wants to do something that the fans want him to get back to doing again, I don't see why not. Besides, I've always thought, guys, there's only one Patrick Stewart, and there's always one Jean-Luc Picard of the Star Trek Enterprise. Okay, so, I mean, if that's a possibility, I don't see why not. I mean, he's entitled to his own opinion, you know, he's a really good actor.
Right.
You cannot separate one actor to the next.
Can you manage?
I mean, if you're talking about switching him to William Shatner's looking to return as James Tiberius Kirk. No, I'm not saying if he'll sign a contract to do, you know, Captain Kirkwood final time, but if he does, I would still think about him retiring after that too. I mean, if that's the case, I mean, look at all these actors that are old now, and there's not much you could really have your mind be twisted towards, and whatever your path the Lord wants you to take, you know. But you cannot discredit these actors, guys. You really can't. But at this point, you really want to see what's in the future and what's inside of what you have next for a movie. If you're looking to retire from what do you call it, guys? If you're looking to see what's inside of the future, you want to see if you want to continue what you're doing. Especially with Patrick Stewart, especially with William Shatner. Now, I do know, what do you call it, guys? The other one, here's the thing, guys. I repeat. I'm trying to find the words today since there was no stream yesterday. So as far as I know, if you look at Liam Neeson, Liam Neeson did not say if he's going to retire yet. If there's enough energy in his body, and he's not going to ever call it quits or anything. When if he does, it'll come down to that. We just never know, fellas. It'll take enough time in hand. Loves Minerva, thank you so much for joining this live stream, and the rest of you guys today. It's only been like 8 days, not to mention, not exactly 7. 7 equals 1 week at a time, so I mean, there's a lot of things that you decide to do if you're looking to, here's the thing, guys, have electricity in your body just to have your body carry on, and your acting carry on a little bit. All I know is if these gentlemen want to continue what they're doing, I mean, I would give them just 2 years. Especially Patrick Stewart. I'd give him 1 year. Maybe a little more than that. We never know. It's just, these actors known for their movies or TV shows. These 2 actors are really good. Great actors, and, you know, you talk about starring in Christmas movies, you talk about starring in TV shows, climbing up a little bit. That's all there is to it, but we'll see, guys. I mean, Patrick Stewart's 85. You can't replace him. You cannot replace the captain. You cannot replace Data or What's Who Loves Idol Fellas from Star Trek The Next Generation, which is, what was it, guys? As, Wesley Crusher, that's played by Will Wheaton, so you can't replace him. I mean, I'm not saying if he's retiring yet. I don't believe he ever once mentioned that, by far. But, we'll see what happens. I mean, it's a good thing he's not exactly retiring yet. What's his Patrick Stewart, that is. But as far as everything else goes, you know, everything is going to be intact. Everything's going to be in position. Okay, so I don't see why not. But I do get to relax tomorrow, so. just to keep everything calm and collective, and to be open and honest, as king and luckiest man, which nothing would really replace anything
I've got
on it.
work to do.
Nobody can. Nobody can have anything. No, what do you call it, guys? Nobody's nobody,
I must
or whatever.
concentrate.
And there's enough to get to and enough to point out, not to have anything be dragged out as much. So, I haven't heard anything else, guys. But I do know. Oh, I do want to point out there was also a baseball player that passed away this week. His name was Al Holland, and as far as I know, Al Holland recently passed away at the age of 70. No. Actually, if I think about his aging, Al Holland was best known for playing baseball with a few teams, if I recall. You guys can try to dump out a few teams in the chat. Yeah, his name was Al Holland. He recently played for, I think he played for the Athletics, and maybe for a different baseball team, and Major League Baseball, if I'm certain. But one thing I will say about Al Holland is he was a good baseball player. That's all I can say about him. He was also in his mid-70s back this year. I mean, that's the only people I can think of off the bat. So may God have mercy on his soul, on his baseball career, and his legacy to live on forever. So, can I stop this, Archer? Or am I going to be too hard to read out? Actually, we're not going to be able to read them out here today. But yeah, guys, we've only had Bonnie Taylor. I'll repeat, fellas. Bonnie Taylor, just to name a few, from yesterday. Reba McEntire's still around, too. She's still doing commercials. Maybe a little bit of country music whenever she actually gets the time to do. And she's also been having good country hits the same way at the same time. So it's all good. And we won our first regular battle, guys, since last week. And it's about time. We finally get back to our roots. Get back to our establishment. But yeah, work's been good this week. I did get my new schedule a couple days ago, okay? And I will say the schedule is a little bit lackluster. Or you just want to get back your 9 to 2 on Mondays. Which Kevin is going to be at Cheap today, as far as I know. Well, we'll see, guys. We'll have enough to really share today. By the time we get to my shift, so. But, I'm a little bit tired, can't complain as much, and, I was just exhausted last night, the other one was supposed to staff, but that's a different story. Different program. We talk about a different question. Let me get a sip of water, guys.
My turn.
It's a different type of water, guys. So, actually, I'm gonna see if I can get this alternator off. Hold on. I have a bit of this lead with this middle part, guys. Is pretty much a straw. So I did bring. Sorry. So, see if I can get my one hand. There we go. But yeah, guys. I mean, the only thing you can really have inside of a cup is water, or one of my favorite ones, guys, is Mountain Dew. That would clear my forehead the entire time. But yeah, but speaking of the new schedule, fellas, all I have is Sunday, Friday, and Saturday, and I'm having Kevin appear later on today because, as far as I know, I haven't done a 9 to 2 for the last almost 2 weeks. Excuse me, almost 2 weeks exactly. And, I mean, talk about going back to your morning shifts, and you look at your schedule every 5 o'clock every Wednesday of every week, and you just don't know what to do. Alright, so, I mean, I would like to have that shift back, but it just depends on Nick and Pete. I mean, whatever's on the schedule, whenever you're working at, guys, either Chief, Walmart, or whatever it is you're pretty much working at, you always got to follow by the schedule. You cannot have anybody else change their minds, saying, I don't want to work that shift. It's too long, it's too short. Well, here's the thing. You're allowed to really voice your own opinion, but the managers always have the last say to see what days we work. Okay, so that's all there is to it.
What's next?
So that's pretty much the process plan. By the time Kevin gets there today, so just to have enough access, just to have enough to, we're gonna be doing exactly what we're doing. All right. But I am off tomorrow. Let's let you guys know. What's this, good fortunate thing to look out here today. Here's the thing, guys. You can't separate the men from the boys. Never have, never will. But yeah, I repeat, guys, work has been good. That's the name of you, and you cannot have anything, drag out of your system.
I'll do what I can.
I repeat, guys, I've just been waiting to get back here today, for live streaming and so on and so forth.
My thanks.
Now there's the video from the Christianity group. There it is. But yeah, nothing else was really much ahead of it, or much forward, fellas. You always cannot separate the men from the boys.
Come then.
Well, guys among men. We talk about Western movies to action, to comedy, to romance movies. As far as anything else goes, I've got to mention. Oh yeah, guys, Supergirl just barely surpassed $100 million in the box office. This is pretty much Supergirl, just to mention already. And it's like, well, I know Supergirl is not exactly a breathtaking, awesome movie in its own presence, but I do know the movie itself is still just alright in my opinion, okay? And my true love and I were asking ourselves, we were asking together, guys, for 9, and if she still wants to pick Coyote vs. Acme with John Cena and Will Forte in it. And there was a last minute decision, from what I've heard. So apparently my Prince of Fiancé for 9 does not want to tackle. Unfortunately, she does not want to tackle Coyote vs. Acme because, guess a lot of us like Looney Tunes, but it's like, she would rather watch something involving a passing of an actor. I used to play as one of the, here's the thing, guys, the one that played one of the Power Rangers. So she's thinking about doing that for us, and you guys will remember an actor, his name was Jason David Frank. He was known as one of the Power Rangers after a long time, and
my turn.
So there was a movie trailer inside of it, and she actually wants to tackle that instead of Coyote vs. Acme. It's like whatever movie you want to check out, it's like you can have your own pick, you can voice your own opinion, you can voice whatever you want to do, and it's like, yes, you really want to check out a movie that is not in the boxes, guys, in the boxes, how much opening money it's been making at, or pretty much opening day, if we look at it, so she does want that one Power Rangers movie, and that movie, guys, is called, The Legend of the White Dragon, so that also is going to be releasing by the time Coyote vs. Acme releases, guys. So if she wants to if she wants me to, here's the thing, guys. Not for any of us to really challenge anything, but if she truly wants to tackle that movie this coming, at the end of August of next month, then there's always a last minute decision just to confirm.
Shadows.
I wouldn't mind checking it out as well, but it's just, I wouldn't expect it to be a great of a movie all of a sudden.
I must concentrate.
If she actually wanted to tackle Coyote vs. Acme, that would have been a different story. It would have made a little more sense. But as far as how how good Coyote vs. Acme is going to be, guys, with John Cena.
Here I go.
I mean, as far as I know, I still expect the movie to not do too bad. You know, based on the reviews, based on the actors. I mean, we all know John Cena is a 17-time world champion, and is also a Hollywood actor. Okay, so, we all know who Will Forte is, so we'll see what happens. We'll have enough to really talk about and also question when we get there. And yes, guys, if there's time. Speaking of time, guys, if you guys want to catch some more Final Fantasy Tactics, right back here on Thursdays of next week. We will be going back to doing new episodes next week on Thursdays again, as we always done and always will be. And also, guys, on top of that, if and my black man's just got done be a poison trap, guys. So we can always keep an eye out for that. So you don't want to decrease damage. You don't want to have anything else being less authorized or having less energy, but never could be.
My turn.
We have a Pete, fellas, as I was saying. If you guys want to catch some more Final Fantasy Tactics, Ivalice Chronicles, back on Thursdays of next week. And if you guys want me to play new games on the schedule, make sure you guys hit that like button, support button, and comment. Remember, guys, like button, support button, and comment. If you guys have any questions or concerns, you guys can put them in the chat. Comment in the chat, guys, whenever you guys get time. If you guys want to mention anything that's not been mentioned today, or if you guys want to bring some to the table, remember, like 2 cards on the table. You guys can put them in the chat, in the live chat. And me, guys, as your king, and your luckiest man, can answer at any time.
Come on.
Anytime we want, guys. We don't want to get everybody to be frozen. You don't want to get everybody else uncomfortable or feeling cold-hearted either. So we have enough to really waltz right in and see exactly what we want to do. But I repeat, guys, just hit that like button, support button, and comment. And yes, guys, just take your time. It's got to do what you actually want to bring to the table. We cannot have somebody feel uncomfortable either. You really can't. As long as you know what you're doing. But yeah, as far as anything else, the most important thing, guys, and the most important rule is love, support, and respect is the key. It's the awesome and creative. And making it on a sword, no, fellas. Yes, guys, knowledge is power. We are at 646 months here today. No numbers have not been changed at all. Okay, since it was exactly last week, and nothing else has been allowed. Nothing's been frozen. Nothing's been bad. Nothing's been terrible. All I know is I repeat, fellas. All I know is my body was tired. My energy was out of percentage, and pretty much exactly whatever we would have ended up doing, or pretty much came over with. You don't want to be scared. You don't want to be scared of heights on a lot of things. The best way to do it, guys, or I'll repeat, fellas, not the best way, but the most important thing you can have is you can face it as a human being.
Up on your feet.
You face it like a woman,
Thanks.
but mostly you face it like a man. That's all there is. And a lot of us would always try to do anything. Just to try to change corners, change knowledge. That's all we can do. Alright, guys, Holland Ball by Agrius. I'm gonna have it back up a bit. But yeah, everything else has always been set in stone. Actually, if I bring Ramza up now, one of these enemies, fellas, as you guys can see, it's gonna be damaging him. So I decided not to bring him up yet.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, guys, I repeat, fellas, hit that like button, support button, and comment. And me, guys, the king, and your luckiest man can answer any questions you have. Whatever you guys got intact. Or anything that has not been mentioned, if you want. If you want. Nobody can tell anything else that's not been, mentioned or reached out yet. That we can do. But yeah, guys, we are 646 months today, which is good. And also, more interesting.
I botched it.
And well, whatever we can bring to the table,
Right.
guys. Whatever we can, settle in and also have everything set in stone. Nobody can double cross months. But yeah, guys, I repeat. We are 646 months today, which is incredible. And it's pretty much good and good. And also clear and clear. It really is. And yes, guys, knowledge is power. I forgot to mention, guys, knowledge is power. We are 646 months today, which is good to carry in. And not move on to the other topic or subject today. So, it's been good. It really, really is. We always want to try anything. Whatever we can energize and do. I mean, you don't want to be boring and have enough to really consider, but everything else is good. Trust me. And it always has, and have enough time to start.
I shall be fine.
And also work out. Hold on. And also, guys, we want to meet and greet. We want to see how people are doing with channels and, controlling our channels. And see how we're doing between our numbers being up. I mean, instead of going down, going up mostly. And see how much of an effort we can put in. That's all we can do, fellas. As king and the luckiest man. My numbers are trying to get back up to gaining. But it usually takes a lot of time just to bring enough to, organize and get back to what we're doing. And get back to reality, That will be the plan. You guys will have new episodes back here on Thursdays of next week. FFT, guys, which is Final Fantasy Tactics, Ivalice Chronicles, as planned. But alright, guys, well, I forgot. And yes, guys, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Anytime we manage to find people and socialize with the others, guys. Anytime we manage to see how wonderful our channel is going, see how we're doing, see how everything else has been going today. All we need to do, guys, is follow Sarah. And there's always been a lot of love and energy when we say our comments. And also voice any statement. Make sure everything is positive, make sure everything is good. And for 3 generations, guys, see how much we can really handle. And we do what we do. Have a lot of excitement of what we can bring, That's all there is. But anytime we manage, guys, all we need to do, guys, is follow Sarah on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. That's all we need to do. Have a lot of socialization, bank to bank, cover to cover. And, we don't want to, kid around as much. Assalamu alaikum, Village King, make a love shout out. Or MMLSO. Assalamu alaikum, Village King. Welcome back, my good brother. How you doing? We need Lalab Sahi to buy us a new laptop, which is you and I, and a few others. I've had this PC for over 5 years. That's a little more tight and also a little more researching. Not exactly feeling bored as much, but whatever we can really feel comfortable doing. But it's only been ever since this past Thursday, Village King, since I was, Lalab Sahi is, in Kaka City.